Hello Gemini, welcome back to Three Trails Tarot, and thank you so very much for being here today to watch your September 2022 tarot reading. I really appreciate you being here and supporting my channel as you watch this video. Okay, the way I usually do this, if this is your first time here with me, is that I try to find the general overarching energy that's sort of going to be guiding you or influencing you throughout the month. So we're going to go ahead and pull that card. Whoops, that was pretty fast. We have here the hedgehog, and the hedgehog is all about comfort and prosperity. Okay, so these are the things that you are hoping for, desiring, focusing on, Gemini, for the month of September. You would really like to have some comfort and prosperity, just to feel secure. Okay, so, and enjoy life, of course. So, oh, and before we get going with the other influencing energies I just want to explain to you why I have blue on here instead of my typical orange. For those of you who have been following me, normally I have a blue tablecloth on here, as you know. And those of you who are new, I normally have a blue, orange tablecloth on here. And the reason it's different this whole entire year is because I'm following the colors of all the gemstones for each of the, not all, but I mean for each of the months. And so for September, it's sapphire, and that's a very beautiful blue, and this is why I have this blue tablecloth here. Okay, so now that's it. Moving on, we are going to now try to discover what your influencing energies are going to be. It doesn't matter what order these are in. This is simply just going to tell us what are those desires, ideas, ambitions, hopes, dreams that are going to be driving a lot of your decisions or influencing a lot of your decisions, actions, or reactions, or plans. Okay, so oh, and I need to also let you know these are general readings. Okay, so they may or may not resonate with you. Hopefully, whoops, this one flipped. I almost missed it. They're so tiny and cute, aren't they? Look, they're like the size of my palm. They're so cute. They're called Classic Tarot, and if you're interested in getting, a set, you'll see the link down below. Anywho, let's get back to this. I digress. Let's find out what your other influencing energies are. Gemini, May 22 to June 21. What do we have for you? We also have 8 of Wands. And let's see what else. Whoops. Here we go. We have 6 of Wands. Okay. So, Gemini. What I see here for you, for your overarching energies, they really match for your influencing energies, they really match your overarching energy, wanting comfort and prosperity, because the King of Pentacles is all about being a very successful person when it comes to finances and having assets and being comfortable and having abundance, physical, tangible abundance, as in homes, cars, cash, possessions, that kind of stuff, property, real estate. So this king is a very successful king, and this is the desire or the dream or the hope, the intention that you have for September. And in order to do this, you probably have thought that it's important to change. So there are some things that you want to change that are in your current life, and change it into a way that it would allow for this type of thing to happen to you. So death is the end of one type of lifestyle, situation, condition, and entering into a new phase. So you walk into September with these feelings, with these desires, with these hopes. The Eight of Wands is wanting to take a lot of action, just get her done, do what's necessary. And Six of Wands is wanting to be recognized for your achievements, for the things that you have done right, and also wanting, you know, to know that you're going to get good results when you take these actions to make this change that will lead to this kind of lifestyle. All right, so let's see what your weekly activities are going to be like, Gemini. And we have a flipped card here. It's reversed. Oh, they're all reversed. So okay, let me fix that. Because we want to make sure we get as good a reading as possible. And I didn't realize I picked them up all in reverse, because I usually fix all these cards. Now, if they fall out in reverse, even though all the cards are upright, that means it's meant for you to get that card in reverse. That message is intended. So that's why I had to redo this, because I want to make sure. All right, Gemini, let's see what we have for you. Let's see, Gemini. Oops. Okay, here we go. We have Seven of Swords. Seven of Swords. That one. Two of Swords. They're just jumping out at us. Queen of Pentacles. You're seeing your counterpart here. Pentacles. And, oops. See, this flipped. King of Pentacles, emphasis. All right, let's see what else we have. All right, we have Page of Cups, Ten of Wands, or Ten of Rods. In this deck, they're called rods, but most of you might be familiar with wands. And we also have Six of Rods. Seven of Cups. Just one more row. And since they're just jumping out, this one came out first. See, she came back. Queen of Swords and Four of Swords. Ten of Cups. Oh, that one flipped and fell out. And we have Eight of Swords. Okay. So Gemini, let's see how things pan out for you in September. And when you enter the month of September and you see that these things are happening to you, it means this reading resonated. Come back to this reading so that you can really prepare yourself, because it looks like there's going to be a lot of effort put in here and a lot of action, and also maybe some exhaustion, just as an overlay reading. Okay, so I mean overall reading. So we have here the Seven of Swords. So Gemini, it feels, or it seems like you're entering the month of September in the very first week already suspicious of someone. Like someone may be sabotaging you, preventing you from succeeding. This someone is not trustworthy. This someone may have even stolen something from you, maybe an opportunity, maybe some actual physical items, maybe cash. But this person is on your radar, or your suspicion radar, and you are trying to avoid this person big time because you don't want to, you don't know if you can trust them, Gemini. So this is why this person here is walking away from these other swords. And also this could also mean for some of you Geminis out there, that you may have done something to someone and feel guilty about it. Like you sort of told a lie thinking it was maybe in their best interest for you to tell the lie, that rather than hurt their feelings, but it ended up backfiring on you, and so now you kind of regret that. It could also mean that you you're prepared to do what it takes to protect yourself. Because see, this person is walking away with 5 swords but leaving 2. So these 2 in this card makes me think of the other people that either you suspect or that you did something to. Okay, now with the Page of Cups, I see you in the first week wanting to know more about how to communicate better, either with friends, families, or that special someone. There's just a lot of ideas here for how to sort out your feelings and how to express those feelings to others. So with this Page of Cups, I see also a desire for new love. Some of you are daydreaming about romance and finding that perfect special someone, and just trying to figure out how to connect. Let's say there's someone already in your sights, but you're not really sure how to approach. So this is all about learning how to figure this out, or trying to figure this out, and trying to find the best way to address some of these things that you're trying to do, that has to do with relationships and your personal emotions, with regard to those connections and those people that are important to you. Now with the Queen of Swords, I see this as 2 different things, Gemini. So I see this as you, and I also see this as a person, a separate person that you are going to encounter or already know. So let's discuss this as you. So with the Queen of Swords, I see some of you taking on this personality of becoming more self-sufficient, being more truthful to people, like just instead of hesitating to tell people what you think, you're just coming out and saying it, just telling it how it is, but at the same time, as you're telling it how it is, you're also trying to be very protective of yourself and those you absolutely care about, that you don't want to hurt. You know how there's people that there's acquaintances, and then there's people we really love and care for, right? And whether we want to or not, sometimes we treat them differently for the same exact situation. So I kind of see you as, there's others that are kind of like fall in the acquaintance category, and you just tell them how it is, like, oh, you get on my nerves. no holding back, no holds bar. But the people that you really love, you try to say it in a different way, but you're still being truthful. So I see you as taking on this very assertive, truth-telling role in the end of the first week. Now, for those of you who fall in the group of this is a person you're going to meet, or this person you're going to encounter, this person is going to help you sort out things that you were trying to sort out here in the first week with your emotions. Like, should I tell them how I feel? Should I make the first move? Or should I just ignore them? These kind of things that has to do with relationships. This person is a very honest or truth-telling person. They just like tell you whatever's on their mind, like some 5-year-olds do. They just tell you, and it's so amusing, but at the same time it hurts. So anywho, I think my great nephew, or my grandnephew, he was so cute when he was like 3, and somebody, I guess, farted in line, and he just said it out loud. Oh my gosh, you farted. And of course the person was kind of embarrassed, but they actually handled it pretty well. And so, I mean, this queen is kind of like that. This queen is just going to say, hey, you know, I think it's time for you to step up and do what you need to do. Or this queen is going to say, why are you wasting your time with this person? I don't know. Whatever this queen tells you, it makes you think about it. Okay, that's what I'm trying to get to, that point. This queen just tells you how it is, and it kind of takes you aback because you're not used to it, Gemini, or if this is not you in this mode, right, and this is someone you meet. So you're not prepared for it, and it makes you think about it, because even though it kind of hurt you or freaked you out or kind of hit a sore spot, it got you thinking. And that part you appreciate later. Maybe not the time, but you do appreciate it later because it sets you into this decision mode where you just start struggling with this decision, like, oh, you know, there were things that I hadn't thought about, and now I'm thinking about them. And now I feel like I have to make a decision. So it puts you in that kind of mode, Gemini. And so this is a difficult decision, actually, because you're concerned about other people's feelings. I believe that this decision has to do with a relationship. And some of you are tackling whether or not to continue the relationship because you may be feeling that you don't trust them. Right here, I kind of feel like the same person that you're trying to make decisions about, and this person down here just kind of said how it is and opened your eyes, sort of got some insight, and now you're trying to make a decision. But of course, it's a difficult decision because it has to do with someone that you care about. Now, when you get into this kind of situation, trying to decide, at the same time life goes on, right? So you're doing all kinds of other stuff you have to do. Work, pay bills, deal with other things. It's exhausting, Gemini. So it does catch up with you around the mid-week of the second week, right? Around mid-week. You just start it just kind of overwhelms you thinking about all this stuff and how it affects your emotions and how it affects your motivations and your passion, and all of that just kind of culminates into this really kind of exhausted feeling. Not to say that that's a horrible thing. Sometimes we have to go through that process, right? We all go through it. It does require you to take some rest, though. With the Four of Swords, it's telling us it's time for respite, it's time for recovery, rejuvenation, renewal, to allow yourself some time to yourself, some me time. This is when you need to go into me time mode. Now, for some of you, Gemini, this might mean, you know, having fun, or, you know, playing a good prank on someone, or just, you know, taking a nap or playing video games. So whatever it is that makes you feel relaxed, that makes you feel rested, that's what this card is saying. It's time to do this, because if you don't, you're going to wear yourself out further. Okay? Now, after the second week, because it seems like the second week may be your toughest week, we move into a whole new phase. And I believe this might be your pivotal point where things start to change for you, Gemini. So we get to the Queen of Pentacles. This is close to what you're trying to achieve, right? King of Pentacles, like have it all. So with the Queen of Pentacles, there's being more resourceful. So you're looking at your resources. What do I have? What do I don't have? What do I need? What do I don't need? Being very practical about the whole process and successfully going through this process. Look at the confidence on this person's face. Now, this may be a female and a queen on this card, but this is any gender, okay? Just to let you know, this is a personality type, not a particular gender. So don't get too focused on the image here. And just realize that what does a queen do? Queens network, queens work behind the scenes, queens make things happen for the king. And that is what you're doing for yourself. To get into this king mode, you are learning everything that you need to learn, and taking advantage of the things that you have around you, and leveraging your knowledge, your skills, your experience, the friends or expertise that is available to you to help you move forward with your plan, with your desire to have abundance and stability, financial stability in your life. Now, when you get as you move along with the Six of Rods or the Six of Wands, look, this matches your desire right here. We have the Six of Wands, or the Six of Wands, and here we have the Six of Wands, which is also called Rods in this deck. But what this means is that you are finally getting to see your achievements come into the spotlight. So the things that you've succeeded doing as the Queen of Pentacles, when you take on this kind of personality and become more assertive, more in charge, but at the same time practical, not rushing into things, thinking it through, you gain success and you get that spotlight. That's one of your desires. That was one of your goals, and you do it. You succeed, Gemini. This is a great reading. I know it kind of started like a bumpy, but look, this is a really great reading. You succeed, okay? And I have to tell you, there's 78 cards in each deck. So when you have cards that come from different decks, and they are the same cards that come out again in your reading, that's an emphasis that that's either something you're going to get or something that you need to pay attention to, or think about when you start to notice that the reading is actually resonating for you in that month. Okay, so success, and once again, success. So the Ten of Cups is all about family love, support, well-being, happiness within your family. And so Gemini, as you move along the third week, you have success, and support and love. My goodness, this is just a beautiful week for you. It totally makes up for the first and second week, especially the second week, which was quite challenging, or will be quite challenging for you. Now, as you move into your fourth week, we have the King of Pentacles. Once again, a desire right here is you're getting focused, or you're very focused about achieving this desire. Now with the King of Pentacles, I see you again being very practical, continuing to be practical with a lot of your investment and financial management decisions. Now when I talk about the coins or the pentacles, I am referring to tangible things. It's not necessarily cash. It could be home management. It could be assets, investments, Bitcoin. You know, it could be anything that's tangible that may have value to you. Even things that don't seem like they have value, but then you have a garage sale and boom, you get $1. So anything that's tangible that you can have value, that gives you value. So what I see here in this beginning of the fourth week is that you're continuing. You've had so much success in the third week that you're probably thinking, oh, you know what, this is working and I need to continue with this, and you start to feel more grounded. Some of you might actually start some side hustles at that point, or start to see more things happening, more results, more revenue happening with your side hustles or your other investments, or for those of you who are who are switching jobs, or getting promotions, seeing that things are in a better situation for you, Gemini. So this is all positive. Now, as you continue down this road, we have here the Seven of Cups. And the Seven of Cups is all about having a lot of options and choices, and or for some of you, a lot of wishful thinking. Start daydreaming again, because now you've seen some success and you're starting to daydream and think, hey, if I could do this, what else can I do? Which is a wonderful feeling, right? When you feel like, oh, you could just about do anything. And for some of you, these are actual choices that you're trying to make. It could be just actually both happening, right? Daydreaming and creating options for yourself, and now having to choose which is the best one, because we don't have time to make all these things happen, right? And not all options are great options. They might just be presented there to you, but that doesn't necessarily mean they're good for you. So that's a period of time in the 4th week that you are going to be thinking about which one. Yes, this is nice, we have a lot of options, but which one will do the most for me, and which one can I do, and which one will I enjoy doing, that kind of thing. So you're going to have a lot of options here. I really see this as not so much of a relationship, but this is more of a like planning for success month for you, Gemini. All right, so as you enter into the end of the month, and the last week of the month, at the very end period, all of these choices are starting to get overwhelming for you. It's kind of like when you were in this decision mode. It was very overwhelming, and now you're feeling overwhelmed again, because it's very hard to decide which one to do, and you've already done a lot of research by this point. So this card is an indication that you feel stuck. You start to feel stuck. You start to feel like, oh, do I really have a choice, or do I not have a choice? Is this a real option or not a real option? All these thoughts just kind of like give you doubt. So the other flip side of this, and I don't mean reverse, I mean another meaning also is, or a caveat too, like a warning, is when you get into this mode of self-doubt where you feel trapped and need to be rescued. This card is saying, remember, this is all perception. This is a perception thing that, I hate to say it, but you're doing it to yourself, Gemini. Okay, I'm just going to have to come out and be the Queen of Swords and just say, when you get into this state of mind, this is a perception thing. And when you change your perception, it changes your feelings about things. It also changes your confidence and all of that. So it's amazing how much perception can affect us. It'll either make us be afraid, or it'll make us be brave. And so this card is saying, when you feel that way, remember it's a perception thing, and find whatever it is that will help you change that perception. Let's get some additional information or some clarification for you, Gemini. Okay, I'm going to use this deck of cards. And what we have here is Queen of Swords. Oh my goodness. So basically what this is telling us is you got to be honest with yourself, okay? Be honest with yourself when you get in this mode. Don't be too gentle with yourself, because, well, if you tell yourself the truth, then you can deal with it. It may not be what you want to hear. It may not be what you want to believe. But by being honest with ourselves, we can then deal with it and be able to move forward in the direction we need to go. Okay, so I knew this one flipped, and this is 5 of Cups. So 5 of Cups is about not having any regrets, okay? Because if you allow yourself to get stuck here, seems like this is the message here that's really trying to send to you, because you kind of get through all this, but then this happens at the end of the month. And so I guess that's why the universe wants you to know that you don't want to regret inaction. A lot of times when we have a regret, it's because we wish we had done something. Oh, I wish I'd done this. I wish I spent more time. I wish I spoke more. That kind of stuff. And when we don't, that seems to bother us even more. Like, why didn't I do that? Why didn't I say this? So this card is saying, don't regret. Be truthful to yourself. Be honest with yourself. Accept the truth to avoid regret. Let's see what else we have here for you, Gemini. Whoa, that's okay. So I'm going to start with the Tower. The Tower is all about a sudden, unexpected shakeup, change in direction, change in status, a whole new norm for you, okay? And I'm going to put this over here, okay, up here, because this is at the point where you start wrestling with a situation. Well, maybe here, because this person is the one who's telling you the truth, which then drives you into this mode, and then exhaustion and the needing rest. But then after that point, bam, there you are, Queen of Pentacles mode, right? Feeling confident now, self-assured, realizing what it is that you really want to do to achieve your goal of comfort and prosperity. So when you get into this point in the first week of the third month, in the third week of the month, can't speak English. Okay, that's when these changes are going to happen for you, and you're obviously going to get through them fairly well, because then you go right into the Six of Wands, where you get recognized for your success. So I'm going to place this right here. Actually, I want to put it like right here between the fourth cards. Now, the High Priestess is just a reminder that you have it within you. You have it within you to make it happen. So when all of this happens, just hear that in your head, that voice that says you have it within you. You've had life experiences. You've been through some training. You've earned or gained some experiences from even friends and from your walk in life. All of this becomes wisdom. So that wisdom and the intuition that's developed from all of these things that you've experienced and learned are going to help you get through this point. So put that right there. The next thing I want to do is just pull some oracle cards for you, okay, Gemini? Let's just see if we can get some guidance for you. And we have here, two cards actually, and they're both reversed. So we have evolution, that things take time, but you are it looks like this is your time. This is your time to make things happen. Normally this would be like, don't sweat it, just wait it out, because each item has its own evolution time period, right? Like it takes 9 months to have a baby. Typically that kind of thing takes time for a tree to grow. But with this being in reverse, it's telling us that this is your time. This is time to make a move. So perhaps in the past you've always wanted this, but maybe you've allowed self-doubt to kind of, allow you to procrastinate or to delay it or change your plan. Or it could even be fear, fear of failure, fear of not being accepted, fear that you believe more about yourself than there really is. And that fear can really stop us in our tracks. So this card is saying, this is your time. You're at that phase. You're in that time to make things happen. So don't allow fear or doubts to stop you. Now, with this productivity also being in reverse, this is a card of bees working to make honey and stuff. The productivity is all about, with it being reversed, taking your time, okay? Taking your time to make that honey, because honey takes time, and also it takes teamwork. And when you think about bees, they're all kind of part of the same family, right? You got the queen, and she makes all her bee babies, and she's got her worker bees, and she's got, it's like it's a colony. So anyway, when you think about a queen bee, all the bees that work for her are part of her family. Well, with this card being reversed, it's saying you may need to look outside of your family. Even though they're being very supportive and loving and caring and just, cheerleading you on, they may not have the expertise, the knowledge, the patience, or the time to assist you in making this honey for yourself. So You may have to go outside of the family, talk to professionals, talk to friends that have done this same thing that you're trying to do, to see what, you know, what directions they took and what worked for them, what didn't work, that kind of thing. So that's what this card is saying when it's in reverse. Okay, so don't often get these cards in reverse to really think about it. All right, so let's go ahead and pull an angel card for you. See which angel gives you guidance and advice. Which angel gives you guidance and advice. Please help, Gemini. Please help, Gemini, please. Okay, so we have Archangel Raziel. And the corresponding gemstone energy is Petersite. And it says here, are you aware of everything that is going on around you? Take the time for some inner reflection. Improve your stability to notice when people are true to their word. I'm pointing to this card where you're suspicious. Everything is not always as it seems. Have confidence in your intuitive insight. And once again, this talks about using your intuition. Maybe things are not as they seem. Perhaps that's part of what this queen tells you when she or he or them or they are telling you the truth of the matter, of the situation. So that's what this angel is saying. Okay, Gemini, you can do this. You have the power within you to make it happen. So don't allow self-doubt or assumptions, you know, assuming this, it's a certain way. Don't allow self-doubt or assumptions stop you in your tracks, okay? All right, well, that's all I have for you, Gemini. I really hope that you found this helpful or useful or enlightening in some way. And if you did, please be sure to like and subscribe before you go. I'd really appreciate that. And also, I hope that you return in October for your October reading, and just hang in there. Just hang in there. Till next time, best wishes to you always. Bye, Gemini. Take care now.